yeah. I'm on your hey, yeah. I'm in that new. You on that last year.
You know what? The radio really be fucking up songs for me, and I'm tired of it because all these ka-ching sounds like they really tried it with cash shit. But anyway, let's chat. Okay? So I came prepared today, baby, for this chat because I saw this tweet. I saw it on Twitter and I didn't give it much like energy. But then I had a friend repost it on Instagram asking for people's opinions and shit. Ooh, the heat on. I need to turn it on. Hot, about to bake in this motherfucker. But of course, like they asked like for people's opinions and shit got sticky. So I got the post. I got some of the comments, so that way I can have a frame of reference of the shit that I need to address. Because we've already kind of talked about this. So of course I'm going to show you the post, but let me just tell you what the post says first. So it's a girl that tweets that this man asked me out to coffee, and she said I don't do coffee dates. Told him I do coffee for business meetings and with friends. Happy to get coffee with you as friends. She said his next text said he asked her to dinner properly, and she said men know, they just want to see if they can lowball you first. So I'm gonna give you a second to look at the tweet for yourself, and then we're gonna get straight into this, because the caption that my friend who reposted it, this guy I went to college with, pretty much says that his thoughts are that she needs to be humble and happy with this vanilla soy latte. You gotta crawl before you walk, laughing but serious. What do y'all think? Hashtag blocking her blessings. Hashtag take it slow. Hashtag seafood like seafood ass, I guess. Hashtag steak ain't for everybody. So let me just let y'all see the post. Okay, so there's a couple different things that I want to acknowledge about this whole post, and about some of the comments. The first thing is, I really want to know, why is it that other people's standards be bothering y'all? Like, why is it that somebody else's preference or what they want, like, why does it have to be, because, of course, people's in the comments talking about, you're going to stay single, she going to be single, good luck. Clearly, she did something right, because the man came back with the energy that she was originally looking for. So, what y'all need to remember is that for every standard that is set, it is somebody out here that is willing to meet that. Just because it isn't you doesn't mean that it won't happen. Like, there's clearly. So let me get into this. The fact that the guy changed his response, to me, lets it be known that there was a miscommunication about his intention, and that's why she said I only do coffee with friends or for business. So if you trying to be more than a friend, or you don't want me to friend zone you and only look at you as a potential friend, then I need you to come a little harder. So I don't see what's wrong with that. I think she pretty much made it very clear about where her expectations lie. Like, she said we can do coffee, but just know that if we just do coffee, I'm only going to look at you a certain way. Now, is that to say she's wrong or she's right? That's not for us to determine. That's her standard. Like, y'all be sitting here trying to say wrong or right about somebody else's standard or expectation. Like, if you don't want to do it, that's one thing. But she ain't talking to you. She's talking to him. And obviously, he got the hint. And he came a little harder. You know what I mean? So that's number one. Number one is, it's okay for other people to have standards and expectations that you don't meet or that you wouldn't want to meet. Like, that's your prerogative. But I forgot, I wanted to use a very specific example for this. So the whole idea, like, being upset at somebody's actual preference, not a fucking light skin, dark skin preference, because y'all know how I feel about that. But the actual preference is like, it's like a nigga saying he like anal sex, and he want to talk to girls who gonna let him have anal sex. Am I gonna sit here and be like, you gonna be single because girls be wanting vagina sex? Or you wouldn't talk to somebody because they want vagina sex? That sounds dumb, don't it, right? It sounds real stupid to just be like, oh, well, because you like to fuck girls in the ass, you gonna be single forever. No, he gonna find a bitch that let him fuck in the ass, and they gonna live happily ever after. I hope that illustrated my point. Because that's one thing I didn't like, is like, be humble and happy with this latte. I don't have to be humble or happy with a goddamn thing, because that's what y'all need to remember, is like, nobody owes you anything. So I think the underlying issue is that y'all really try to, like, people try to shame women for being single. Like, oh, she gonna be single forever. What if she doesn't have a problem with that if nobody is willing to meet her expectations? Like, why is that the end all be all? That God forbid she stays single. Like, clearly homegirl isn't pressed, and that's what y'all gonna need to understand, because somebody else in the comment was like, you know, well, dudes don't even be taking girls out on a date. They be trying to Netflix and chill. So because he offered a date, she should just be happy. Like, why do we have to accept the bare minimum? I'm tired of that. We don't have to accept the bare minimum. I don't give a fuck that you just happen to want to ask me out, so I should be fucking grateful. Fuck that. I could take myself to go do whatever I want to do. So yeah, I just hate this ideal that like women are pressed to go out on dates. You don't have to be pressed to go out with anybody. So the whole be humble. No, what am I being humble for? If y'all don't get the fuck, okay, ASAP, I'm done. So that's the first thing. Me personally, the first thing I think when I see the whole, like, if a man, because what's hilarious is this dude I went to high school with came up in my Facebook DMs talking about, you still, this is a side story, but talking, you still go to the gym on 115? Like, random, I don't talk to this man. Yes. Oh, well, we should work out together sometime. Or we should go get coffee this morning. Just the same day I'm getting ready to do this damn chat on this damn coffee. Number one, I don't like working out with people. And especially you, like, if I'm really, really interested, I might take you up on a gym day. But I really don't like working out with people. It slows me down. It takes me twice as long to do the workout. I be trying to get in that motherfucker and get out. I don't be trying to fraternize, okay? And the first thing I thought about this whole coffee thing is, baby, I don't drink coffee, okay? So somebody in the comments, they talking about, well, you could order the green tea or a croissant, you know what I mean? And that's not to say if you ever took me to Starbucks, I wouldn't order nothing. However, a girl in the comments made a very good point, which is that the point or a part of going out with somebody, in addition to, you know, in addition to getting to know them, the other part of that involves doing something you enjoy, right? She said, I don't enjoy going to coffee dates. So that doesn't mean we have to go to dinner, but I don't like going to coffee shops. And she pretty much said, like, I go to coffee shops if I have to. Like, if I'm going to meet up with somebody and I have to do that, you know, for the sake of business. But not because that's what I want to do in my leisure time. And I feel this because I'm not just going, you know, to Starbucks to shoot the shit. Like, I'd rather us go do something else. And while I'm on this part, because it's niggas all up and through these comments referring to, quote unquote, expensive ass dinners. Dinners. Do y'all realize there's other shit to do with people? I understand she referred to dinner. And dinner don't always have to be expensive. Like, I think it really bothers me that men go from, like, being extremely, like, coffee date or Netflix and chill to a $200 ass date. Like, dinner don't always have to be expensive. Like I said, I'm a simple bitch. We could go to Hooters. We could go to Fridays. You know what I mean? if we're gonna do dinner, it doesn't have to be a fat ass bill at the end of the night. So that's what I just don't understand, how y'all jump from one extreme to another. It does not have to be, like there's a middle ground that exists. And it doesn't have to necessarily be an expensive ass date. Like if you coming at a, let's say, what, a total of $50, maybe $60 at a TGI Fridays, or, you know, if that, or Hooters, if that's really expensive ass date, baby, I can't. So that's another part of this. It's like, let's just remember that there are things that exist within a different realm. You know what I mean? Somebody may like to go to an art museum, and sometimes you don't even have to pay to go to the museum. You know what I mean? Or the aquarium. That's still a space where you all can talk, get to know each other. That isn't dinner. That isn't a coffee shop. You know what I mean? So I understand the whole idea. Like, I don't want to go use my time to do something, even if it involves getting to know you, that I don't have no fucking interest in. Like, period, point blank. I want to go enjoy myself, because time is valuable. Just like your time is valuable, my time is valuable. And I don't want to spend my time doing some shit that I don't like. It's like going to a restaurant you don't want to eat at. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and agree to go to no restaurant I wouldn't want to eat at, even if it's dinner. Like, so same rules apply. Next, I don't necessarily agree with her saying that by asking her to coffee, he's lowballing her. Like, I don't think coffee is necessarily lowballing. But what I do agree with is the fact that men do see if they want to lowball you first. They do. I'm sorry. Like, they will try, and I don't mean like coffee lowball. I'm talking about like, let's hang out. Like, I tell people that all the time. Like, I don't know what hang out means. I don't know let's kick it. I don't know what kick it means. I need for you to ask me, what are we doing? I would prefer you say, can I take you for coffee, or can I take you, can we go to Starbucks? Like, I would rather you say that than for you to give me some vague ass, can we, like, let's link, let's hang out, let's chill. What the fuck is that? I'm a grown ass woman. I need for you to state your intentions with my time, because I don't know what that is. So what I do, a motherfucker talking about, let's kick it. We can go to breakfast. Because, see, that's the thing. And I done said this before. I am quick to suggest a breakfast or a brunch as a first meetup. Because for me, I don't feel like that lasts as long as dinner. Because I understand when people saying, if you ain't really got a chance to feel that person out, you don't know if you want to sit across for them for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I get that part. Or you don't know this girl well enough to know, like, if you want to come out of a whole bunch of money. I get that. That's why I keep telling y'all, I'm trying to put y'all on game about breakfast or brunch. Not necessarily brunch, because some brunches will run you. But you go to breakfast, you go to the pancake house and some shit, you spend $20, $30 max, bro. Like, it is one of the cheapest days. It's early in the morning, because that's what somebody else saying. Like, well, it's the middle of the day. You're more bright and awake. One nigga talking about, yeah, because, with dinner, you ain't got to worry about a nigga trying to come up in your house. I don't have to worry about that anyway, because I know how to set boundaries and to say no. So that's number one. But I get what people are saying. There's less pressure. So I much rather get up, you know what I mean, meet you at a little breakfast spot. We chat and shit. And same rules apply. And you spending less money. Like, I keep trying to put y'all niggas on. I actually seen this guy at my friend Kickback one time. He was like, I watched your video and I took your advice about the breakfast shit, and that shit worked. I'm telling you, women are more likely to accept a breakfast date than any other date. Off back. Like, before they really know you. Like, they more open to doing that because it takes the pressure off. Y'all know we love to eat. I'm not saying she's using you for food, but we fucking love to eat. You know what I mean? So I don't like these bitches talking about, I wouldn't want to go to dinner on the first date. I get that. That's your preference. But this, we not talking about y'all. We talking about homegirl, okay? So stop trying to humble her because she want to go to dinner. That's her prerogative. So yeah, I don't drink coffee, so coffee would never go for me. I'm somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather us go do something interesting, creative, breakfast. I'm a Dave and Buster's type of gal. We can go do arcade games, things like that, where I can really see what you're about. But you know what else I think plays a role in this is how long or how much contact you've had with the person prior to the first date. Because you know me, I'm not a pen pal. So I'm comfortable giving up to, depending on how our schedules match up, I'm comfortable giving 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 3. But like, I need there to be a conversation around. Like, I need for us to at least be talking about going out, and then it's like, oh, well, I'm not free till this time. I'm not free till this time. Okay, so let's plan 2 weeks out. I'm fine for that. I'm just not gonna sit and keep talking to you when you ain't brought up when we getting ready to see each other. I'm not gonna do that. However, I do understand that sometimes schedules don't line up. So I'm okay as long as the planning is in the process and we plan, a couple weeks. We plan 2-3 weeks out. That's fine. However, I think that sometimes, like, if you've talked or text, like called each other on the phone, FaceTime, text for a little bit, you do get a chance to kind of feel the person out conversation-wise. Because what a lot of people are referring to is, like, you don't really have much talk time with this person. Y'all meet up and then y'all stuck at a long-ass dinner. That I agree with. Like, I wouldn't, if I haven't gotten a chance to really feel you out, I wouldn't want to be committed to, like, a long-ass meal. Like, for example, I went out with this guy one time, and I liked his energy. He came in my DMs and was pretty much like, I want to take you out. I'm interested. So, here's a place. Let me know when you're available. This is where I like to take you. I was like, okay. So I pulled out my pocketbook, looked at my schedule. I was like, okay, I'm free this day, this time. He said, cool. He didn't ask for my number. That was new for me. And I was still kind of like on the fence about him. But I was like, hey, I like his approach. So I'm going to give him a chance. He didn't ask my number out the gate. So I think, that kind of helped because we already know I'm a conversationalist. I can carry a conversation. I don't like to carry conversations. However, I can talk. So he knows that because he follows me on Instagram. He knows I'm a talker. So he knows I got shit to talk about. However, just from his persona, I can see he's an educated individual. You know what I mean? I figure I was taking the chance by, like, not really communicating with him prior to the date. And it worked out because we had a lot to talk about on that first date. What did we go do? We went to, like, I guess they're technically like a wine dessert bar in Hyde Park. I didn't eat, but we got a bottle of wine and we sat and we talked and drank over that bottle of wine. And it was cool. It wasn't too much pressure. We had a lot to talk about. However, that only works when you can kind of get a understanding that, like, that person knows how to carry a conversation. I didn't know him, but, like, sometimes perception can give you a little bit. Like, I felt like I was like, okay, he's educated. He gonna be able to talk, and he knows I like to talk, so he know better than to get around me being dry, because I fucking hate that shit. I ain't said it before. Please don't come around me being dry. You don't know how to talk or carry a conversation. It bugs the fuck out of me. But I think that depending on, like, how much you talked before the date gives you a lot of information. So normally, you know what I mean, you may text the person for a little bit, couple days, week, whatever. And you get a sense, like, do they know how to converse? Because if they can't converse with me via the phone, they may not be able to converse with me in person. Now, that's not always guaranteed to be true. However, they need to at least be able to talk about something, at least gauge your interest or act like they fucking interested or make the effort, versus just sitting there and talking, what you doing? Like, if you keep asking me what you doing, you better ask me out quick, because if I get to about a week or two of that, I'm not going to be interested in going out, because I'm going to think that you're going to drive me fucking crazy on the date. Okay, so some of y'all, the sooner you can take a woman out, the better, because y'all's conversation skills suck. Okay, but that's besides the point. I think that plays a role, though. If you spoke with the person before the date, to an extent, or if this is like, we barely had a conversation, I want to take you out, this our first meet up, like, and this our first time having a real conversation. I think going to the movies on the first date is a poor choice. Unless there's, like, movies paired with something like dinner, or opportunity for y'all to really talk. Y'all about to sit in the theater quiet as fuck and not have to really, not really have the opportunity to get to know each other. So I don't really think that the movies on the first date is smart, unless you all have, like, spoken over time and really have already had something established. So it's one girl in these comments, baby. She said, and I kind of feel this. She said, do you know how much it costs me to do my hair and makeup just to leave my house for local Starbucks? No thanks. I'd rather you suggest drinks at a nice place, but I'm not predating anybody because I know what type of vibe I am. Don't rush into meeting up if you can't hold a conversation through text or calls. It probably won't be any better at dinner. Filter out the what you doing and no date / low cost date planning dudes from jump if you're just getting to know them. That tells you everything you need to know. So of course somebody came under her time out to enjoy the single life, sis. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. Sis has this standard because somebody is meeting it, okay? And I ain't gonna lie, like, depending on what we getting ready to do, that determines how much effort I'm getting ready to put into my appearance. I'm not gonna even lie about that. Like, luckily, a bitch has some good skin, so I don't necessarily need makeup. But like, depending on if I'm trying to like impress you and look real good, I might throw on some makeup. But if I don't throw on makeup, that means I ain't really too sure, or we getting ready to go do something chill where I don't really feel the need to do that. But yeah, I don't necessarily think you gotta do, all of that. But it does take time for a woman to get dressed and to get presentable. So I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I also, because this is where I want to go. I don't like the whole idea of testing someone. Like, I think that we are at a place where, like, either you want to do this or you don't. Like, the whole let me test you to see what you're willing to go for. Like, one of the comments was like, well, a dude could ask you on a coffee date and pick you up in a Honda Civic and then go home to 2 Lamborghinis in a mansion. Boy, if you don't shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. That is not what is happening. And why do y'all want to, like, see it? I keep telling y'all, nobody wants to use y'all. Y'all don't be having shit. Okay? Most of y'all. I ain't gonna say some of y'all don't be having shit. It always be the niggas that make fucking $50K a year that drive a fucking Charger that think somebody is using them. Stop. Nobody is using you for a day. I'm really tired of this. Like, I'm really tired of y'all. You talking about be humble. It's y'all niggas that need to humble yourselves. Because, like, I'm not a test subject. If you want to genuinely see where I stand, you will see that through time. Like, you will see that through me not fucking asking you for $40 when I've only known you for 2 weeks. Shit like that. Like, pay attention to stuff like that if you think somebody using you, okay? But to sit here and be like, oh, I'm gonna take her on a coffee date and pick her up in a cheap car just to see how she reacts. Boy, if you don't get the fuck. Like, I think that shit is stupid. Like, I'm grown. I don't need you testing me like homegirl said. I know what type of vibe I am. I don't need to earn this shit. Like, it doesn't bother me to turn down a date. Sorry that y'all, like, some women be pick-me's, okay? If you know what a pick-me is, it is a woman that embraces sometimes misogynistic views or viewpoints or ideals so that she can appeal to men. When it sometimes, like, negates another woman, you know what I mean? And that's not okay. Like, I'm not saying that if you agree or if you disagree with her that you would pick me, but what I am saying is to be like, well, you should just be glad somebody want to take you out. Fuck that. Fuck that. Look, raise that self-esteem up. I don't have to be glad for shit, okay? So, I get what homegirl was saying. You know what I mean? You gotta filter out the motherfuckers who really want to either play around or you just want to be serious. You want to know that somebody is taking you seriously and is not getting ready to play about you. As a woman, I know that's what I want. So I get the whole, like, let's, see if we vibe, da-da-da-da-da. But I'm not finna sit here and waste time with you if I feel like you testing me or you trying to see what the fuck I'm getting ready to do. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Sorry. At least he asked you out a date. Like, girl, fuck you. Oh, and then this one guy, talking about that, like, the girl shouldn't project her ideals, onto a man who's trying to be a gentleman. And one thing she mentioned is that suggesting coffee dates doesn't make a guy any more or less gentleman. Cheap dates don't make you more genuine. Just stop with that narrative. Put effort into planning a day like I put effort into being present and looking good for it. I feel you. You know what I mean? Like, stop thinking that the because you want to do shit the simple way that make you better than anybody. Like, what y'all really gonna remember is that it's some niggas out here that have it, that taking you to dinner is nothing for them. It's nothing for them. Okay? And they don't blink an eye at it. I'm sorry that it stresses you out, but it's some men who it don't. So talk to them if you mad about like somebody having certain expectations or standards. I never forget, I was in I felt like I was putting the bar on the floor. I went out with this guy. He was an older guy too. I knew him from around the gym, so we had a little bit of a previous interaction. And I was impressed because not only did like he pick me up and we went to where did we go first? I think we wanted to go to the movies, but the movie started, like, we were trying to, like, make everything mesh together. Like, he was trying to do movies and dinner. I didn't have to plan it. He already knew what he wanted to take me to go do, which was a plus. So, yeah, I think we was trying to mesh up the times. Anyway, we had some time to kill. So, we went, had drinks, and I think, yeah, we went, had drinks, at a little bar or whatever, while we were waiting for our movie to start. Went to the movies and then went to dinner. And I'm just watching this man like, hey, like it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? Like he do this all the time. And it was nice to know, like, I ain't never had a 3-course date. Like it's usually like one event and that's it. Or like we'll go eat and then go do some, free. But the fact that I had 3 courses, I was like, what? Where you at? This is kind of nice, so it's people out here that are willing to do it. It's okay that you're not. Like, just stop being mad at the rest of us because we want that. Yes, some people never grow out of their adolescent behaviors. Children constantly poke and test to see what they can get away with. An elevated adult knows who to step to with certain things and when to leave it alone when you're not ready. Do not test me. I don't need to prove my worth. You won't get a response if I feel like you're testing me. Tell me what you want and we'll go from there. It's simple. To each his own. What the fuck I say? Like, don't make me feel like you trying to see if I'm because it is not that serious. It's not. Like, I done talked to a fucking Bears player before. Like, and not asked him for shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Or if I did ask for something, I offered to pay for it and he still told me I was good. Like, get the fuck out of here. And again, like, saying, that it makes him more of a gentleman because he wants to take you to coffee. Like, no, the fuck it doesn't. Like, do y'all realize the psychopaths, sociopaths, abusers, they come in different shapes and forms, okay? So, you could be presenting me with anything. It don't make you any more or less of a gentleman if I don't really know you or your intentions. So, people just need to mind their own dating life. I knew that, like, when I saw that post on Twitter that it was going to go viral because, again, it's always people just trying to tell somebody else that their standards are too high or their expectations are too high. But obviously they have them for a reason because somebody's out there meeting them or they would alter them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think that's all I got. I just encourage people, if you see somebody that's worth the effort, put in the effort. And I can acknowledge that dating for men can be expensive. You know what I mean? Y'all got to play the field. But that also encourages you to, like, invest your energy and time into, like, people you really see potential in and not be trying to date 10 bitches at a time because y'all don't have the pockets to keep up with shit like that. So, date in your range. Like, date in your lane. Me and Diamond talked about that. Like, stop trying to go after women if you see that they're used to a certain lifestyle and then expect for them to just be okay with, like, coming down because you feel like it's a test. Like, oh, you should just be fine with me wanting to take you for coffee. Like, I don't have to be fine with shit. I actually don't have to do shit but stay black and die. So, yeah. Okay? I hope we all learned something. It's okay. It's okay. Ladies, it's okay to have standards. Like, I really think that, like, I think that because the female rap game and, they out here and they telling us what we deserve and what we could get. And I don't think men like that too much because we really embracing that shit like, well, shit, I ain't gotta settle. You don't have to settle. You don't. And that doesn't mean you can't meet somebody where they at. Like, again, like I said, I fully understand not wanting to come out of pocket when you barely know somebody. I get that. However, stop trying to shame people because they have interacted with people who will come out of pocket and they're not bothered coming out of pocket for it. Okay, pumpkin? All right, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.